All those in favor, please raise your hand. 5-0. That completes the agenda. Report of county manager.
Yes, sir. Cooperative Extension will be holding an open house tomorrow. We encourage everyone to stop by. That's from 3 to 6 at their new location, 835 Memorial Drive. Since we now have voted on the SPLOST and selected the projects for the SPLOST, a SPLOST committee needs to be set up. And once that committee is set up, you all can make appointments to that committee, but I have an information packet from the Board of Elections that indicates how they go about, that committee would go about filing the required reports and things of that nature where they raise money to promote the SPLOST, because as you know, we can't promote it, but a committee can. That really needs to be done as soon as possible. It was also mentioned at the Park and Rec Advisory Board meeting last week, and there were a couple of folks there who might be interested in serving on that. I don't know how the board wants to address that, but we do need to get to work on a SPLOST committee. There is a meeting this Wednesday at 10 o'clock a.m. at GDOT in Atlanta. The Airport Authority Chairman and Mr. Mole will be attending along with myself. If anyone else wishes to attend, Commissioner Miller, were you thinking about?
I don't know, I'll let you know by the end of the week.
Okay.
It's this Wednesday.
It's this Wednesday, yes, sir.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay. But that meeting is to present them with the signed intergovernmental agreement and to find out the steps required to lock down the federal funding and where to move from here. Housing statistics, I sent you all some information with graphs on our housing. Interesting to note, and this is only new home construction, that our number one year was 2004 with 439 building permits. Our lowest is 2012 with 92. We're online right now through July, have done 100 building permits. We anticipate to get very close to 200 by the end of the year. So that's good news, showing us that the economy is picking up. And those are new housing starts only. That's not renovations, that's not anything like that.
Where are they at?
Majority of those are Sun City, but they are, there are other subdivisions where folks, Heron Bay has now come in and got 10 permits, and we've gotten calls on subdivisions that have been in bankruptcy and have been bought and are developing as well. So that's good news. Excuse me. Golf tournament. Our annual golf tournament put on by the Spalding County Fire Department is coming up. I thought I had a flyer around here. I'm sure I do. I just misplaced it. There it is. September the 18th at Griffin City Park. Need to support that. That is a great charity, and all the funds go to, it's called the Ho 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 Hole in One. It's the Spalding County Fire Department Firefighter for Kids Charity Golf Tournament for Christmas for Kids. We will have a blood drive, the county-sponsored blood drive on September the 11th from 9 to 3 at the Welcome Center. Encourage everyone to come donate blood. Remember that Monday, September 1st is Labor Day holiday. There will be no meeting. Today, or last Friday, we were notified that we had received the ACCG Group Benefits Program Health Promotion and Wellness Grant. Again this year, you all authorized us applying for that grant a couple of months ago. Went to a meeting today about the drive-by flu shots. We're going to have that again. That's going to be September 30th through October 2nd at the health department. So put that on your calendar. Drive by and get your flu shot. It's been a very effective program. They are free. You just have to drive by during the normal hours of operation. I think that's going to be 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And just drive by, stick out your arm, and get your flu shot. Georgia Department of Transportation notified us of the STIP Short-Term Improvement Program public meetings. The one for this area, District 3, going to be September the 8th in Americus or September the 11th in LaGrange. And you have a little thing in your box, a little flyer on that. Anthony Dukes will be attending, I believe, the one in LaGrange for us. There are, I believe, 2 projects on the STIP for Spalding County. And the last thing is, I sent you all information about letter of support for the College and Career Academy grant. I know a couple of commissioners are on that College and Career Academy group who've been working for that application, and they need letters of support supporting that for our community. If the board doesn't have a problem, I'll get the chairman or vice chairman to execute a letter of support for that. And that's all that I have.
Commissioner Miller.
William, I asked about roads that were going to be paved.
Yes, sir.
I need that list.
I'm getting it to you. We got to do the LMIG, the 2015 LMIG first, and I hope to bring that to you September 15th. And then from there, we can list the roads for the 2008 SPLOST. Got to get those,
2008.
I'm sorry, 2014 SPLOST, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And the dirt roads.
And the dirt.
You asked for the dirt roads too.
Right. On priority. That's all.
Commissioner Valentine.
Yes, sir. That's October. The joint city-county government retreat.
October 8th and 9th.
Okay, October 8th and 9th. I just wanted to share with you guys that this past weekend I went out to City Park. The City of Griffin had a family and friends appreciation day. It was a very nice event. They had about 300 people, employees that showed up. They asked people to RSVP. I thought it was really nice because they just wanted to say thank you for working for them. The department heads basically cooked hot dogs and hamburgers, and they had things for little kids to do. They had a softball tournament that went on most of the day. They had a tennis tournament. I think that that's an awesome idea because we really, I know we do our health thing, and I think that that's good, and I think that was good that they incorporated healthy activities that were a little bit, they have a lot of people who want to win. But anyway, I think that was good for them. And I would like for us to just look at maybe, thinking of things that we may want to do for our employees, whether it's Donut Monday or whatever, that we can just go around to these departments and to our folk and just let them know that we appreciate them being here. I just thought it was an awesome idea. Maybe we can we'll get with Wendy and talk about something that maybe we can do in the fall with some of the health funds that we had talked about. But I was surprised at the turnout, and I was surprised just in talking to the employees that were there who were surprised that the city did it for them, but they were happy that they did it for them. So just something to think about. Again, I want to thank the volunteers that helped with the summer programs. It means a lot to these kids in that neighborhood who just do not have any other resources. It's something different than sitting in a hot house. And I think that it was really good. I would like at some point in the future for us to be able to, whether we partner with somebody else, but to try to do some things at that gym that will be more inviting to children, whether it's a pool table, foosball, something, tetherball that will draw them there rather than have them walking around in the street and playing out in the dirt in the yard. So hopefully we will be able to make some partners back down in that neighborhood and try to help make a difference in the lives of some kids there. We talked about the flu shots. The hospital is going to be doing a flu-a-thon. Probably, they call them a Mad-Cow for flu. And I'm not sure how coordinated that's going to be with the health department, because my understanding is going to be about the end of the month. It must be National Flu Day or something coming up. But is the flu shot, the drive-through flu shot, just for county employees?
No, ma'am, it's open to the public. County residents. Spalding County resident.
I just really, really would love to see us ramp up some real advertisement and some public information to let people know they have an opportunity to get a free flu shot. You know, some people will say, well, I've never gotten a flu shot. But if you get it, you'll wish that you had gotten a shot. A lot of people think they have to pay for it. If you go to Kroger, if you go to Walgreens, it's $15 or $20, but it's free. And in saying that, I know that I had talked with William about that, and we had talked with the transportation people about the $2 round trip bus. I talked to several people who live in the Northside Hills apartment, Old Spalding Heights. They're just not aware that there is transportation available that you can pay to go over the county. So I just, you know, and I know that's not necessarily our project, and I know Mr. Boatwright, not Mr. Boatwright, who is it that we talked to, that you talked to?
Robert Hyatt.
That Mr. Hyatt did do something to make the numbers bigger. But everybody thinks it's just another short bus, you know, that picks up special needs people. They don't know that it's actually transportation that's available for citizens and that it costs less on that bus than to take a taxi somewhere and you can reserve a ride. So that might be another means for us to be able to get people to get flu shots. I can't tell you how much money it'll save this county in not having to treat the flu. So I think that we should, you know, try to really look at making a big deal out of constantly reminding the public up until that date, get your flu shot, whatever we need to do to, you know, there's transportation available, make your plans, if you need somebody to get your ride, whatever. But I think that it's real important for us to let people know that. I wanted to also know, William, what were the 2 projects that we already have on the 5th?
I think there's bridge projects. And I think West McIntosh Road Bridge, which we are acquiring property on right now for that project. And I think the other one, honestly, is the Jordan Hill Road Bridge, but I'm not sure.
I had the pleasure today to ride around with TJ Emberger in talking about this short-term work program. And he rode me through the property that we have off that one end is at Quilley Street across from UGA. The other end is extremely over at North Hill Street.
The old Rock Quarry property.
Right. And it's 138 acres of some of the most beautiful property I have ever seen. You know, when we start looking at this short-term work program, we talk about a lot of stuff. You know, nobody's talking about commuter rail, but we're still talking about this whole UGA, that corridor. That would be an awesome place for us to get something going. It's connected to the rail that may go to the Roosevelt Railway.
Rails for trails.
There's topography there that would serve for like mountain biking areas there for walking trail. It's a tremendous area, very lush. And I just hope that when we start looking at these plans, we look at something that we could realistically do with that. I mean, he explained to me that based on how we set it up, there will be transportation funds available because it will move people from one place to the other throughout the county, from one side to the other, so it could pay for some lighting, it could pay for restrooms, it could even pay for actual sidewalks that connect things. And I think that, you know, if we think that things are gonna be ramping up when we're starting to look at this planning, that we look at that. And of course, the fact that they've torn those 2 mills down over there and they're not eyesores make that prime area for someone to try to redevelop. So I just, something for us to keep in mind when we start looking at this. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. John.
Okay, two things. I got a chance to attend the grand opening for the Dock Holiday Museum. And it was rather nice, very nice. If you haven't got a chance to see they have the unveiling of the marker there, so if you haven't got a chance to see it, you really need to go. It's going to be something, a wonderful added value to Griffin. And but if you ever see Woody Heath out there, thank him, because he really went above and beyond to donate his building and everything. So it was just a very, very nice event, something that we all can be proud of. Secondly, I did attend the UGA Turf Grass Field Day. And I don't know if you all are familiar with that. I learned a whole lot about turf grass. The governor was there, which was awesome. I actually got my picture taken with the governor. That was kind of cool. But I wasn't sure how to dress. So I actually came in my heels and my dress. And I didn't know I'd actually be walking. But needless to say, it was a great event. I learned a lot about it. We have a lot to be proud of, UGA does. I mean, because we pretty much stand out, in that area. Things you just don't realize. It's in your backyard. So, Turf Grass Field Day. That's it.
Turf grass is a big business.
So, I see.
Commissioner Ray.
In conjunction with what William identified as the Spalding County Health Center Board of Health, we'll hold this annual emergency drill. We do this every year by administering flu shots in a drive-by fashion. That's done behind the health center, and right now that is going to take place from September 30th through October 2nd, or until the flu vaccine is exhausted. Last year we ran out. We gave so many shots. And for the last 2 years I've done it. It takes 8 minutes from the time you drive in to the time you drive out. And it's for all Spalding County residents, and it is a great way to get your flu shot. Additionally, the Board of Health will also be, they're working with the school system right now to provide free flu shots to the different Spalding County students between October 6th and October 20th. So parents, sign your permission slips, they'll get a free flu shot. Thank you.
Wanted to make sure, did we need to, William, the letter of support for GRCCAs? Did you get what you needed for that?
I got 3 commissioners that didn't have a problem with it.
All right, just want to make sure about that. Do you need, do you need us to go ahead and decide something tonight, or what, about the SPLOST committee? I mean, I don't want to leave that hanging. We need to set a time by which you need names, or?
Well, the sooner the better, and I don't
Sooner the
know
better, but some of us can be,
how y'all want to handle it, if you want to appoint people tonight, or if you've spoken to anybody who might be willing to chair such an event, or a group, or just how you want to handle it.
Why don't we do a press release that we're asking for volunteers, put a place on the website where people can sign up if they want to. And then if we can get a pool of names, it's easier to find people who really want to do it than appoint somebody.
And then look for the appointments at the next meeting, September
September
15th.
15th, yes. I mean, because we don't need to, we really need, the committee really needs to be working, so I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea, but no later than that. I mean, we need to be ready to appoint people to the committee by then. All right, thank
You can do
you.
that.
I want to thank, as Commissioner Taylor did, I want to thank the folks from Union Baptist again, because y'all do a whole lot in the eastern part of Spalding County. I mean, just having a walking trail out there, because I mean, when you look at the park and recreation facilities we got, they're excellent, but they're all concentrated around town for the most part. And so for those of us that live way out in the county, there's really nowhere to go unless somebody like Union Baptist Church does that. So, I mean, I think that's awesome, and y'all's ministries in the community are very good, and thank you very much for what you do for our citizens. I had a call regarding Sam Solomon, Amelia, and Apple Road. You probably have too. They did indicate that somebody had come out and put gravel on Sam Solomon Road. So, but I mean, I think that they didn't mention the SPLOST when they were talking to me, and I don't know whether they just heard things about it or not. I really don't think they even have a clue about it. But I explained it to them, and they wanted to know about road priorities, and they may have called and talked to Kathy. I don't know, as far as our priorities for dirt roads and getting them paved, the right-of-way donation and stuff like that. But anyway, I suggested that they call and find out exactly what had to be done, because those roads that were ready were going to be the ones, if the SPLOST passes, were going to be the ones that got paved. So, ask them to check Farm Road too, if you would. And I'm going to ask, have we decided anything about Country Rock? Do we need to do something with that, or is that still under investigation with the sheriff's department, or?
I think they've still got an investigation going on that.
I just don't want to let that fall through the
Yeah,
cracks.
I understand.
Because that's,
They've got other things going on, they're not quite ready to move forward.
I just don't want that to fall through the cracks. Okay. And all of the things that our county employees are doing, please, support that. I mean, like Commissioner Flowers Taylor said, trying to do things for county employees. Our county employees, we do blood drives, we do this golf tournament, we do a lot of things. We can show our support, just like you were talking about with the family, trying to do a family thing for our employees. Our employees go out and really try to be involved in the community, and when they do these things, we really need to try to show our support for that as much as we can too. So, and I ask our community to also do that. And I think that's all the little notes that I had.
Mr. Chair, move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Rayford to adjourn, second by Commissioner Miller. All in favor, please raise your hand. 5-0. Thank you.
No.